Before we start heading south towards Mexico, we need to make one more stop in Sequim, Washington. So we got up before the sun and headed out across the Strait of Juan de Fuca. The forecast called for 10 to 20 knots of breeze, but just as we entered Cattle Pass, we got hit with a wall of 30 plus knots on the nose and a steep 10 to 12 foot sea. And of course, this is where our camera battery died. Take my word for it, it was rough. How was your ride this morning, Brenda?
It was pretty exciting. Those waves were big and they were steep.
Yep.
I didn't need any coffee. It woke me right up. Now we're running for cover.
Since the weather on the strait was getting worse, we turned downwind and ran for cover on Lopez Island. We waited out the gale on Lopez Island and got up early the next morning to give the strait another shot. We were greeted with a steep chop and 20 knots on the nose. Calculating the best route for us to get across the strait.
Yep. That we actually are not going in the direction we need to go. We actually need to be going that way. But because we're a sailboat, we have to go this way a long time before we can go that way.
So today we're heading across the Strait of Juan de Fuca from the San Juan Islands. This is actually our second attempt. We tried yesterday and got pretty beat up. There was a surprise little gale that came through and well, kicked our butts. So we ran for cover and spent the night on Lopez Island and kind of waited out the little weather that came through and tried again today. So we left this morning about 5 o'clock before the sun came up and had about 20 knots on the nose, and eventually it all just went away. Pretty flat calm now. So we're halfway across the strait when the wind died down. Now we're just motoring the rest of the way across to Sequim, and we're just about actually in all the traffic lanes. A whole lot of traffic today. There's a ferry right there, tanker there, another big tanker there, another tanker there, and you probably can't see that one there. It's just way off in the distance. We just got passed by 2 tugboats in tows. Yeah, busy morning. So yeah, kind of right in the thick of everything. Some action this morning. But we've got a few more hours and then we'll be there. So, not too bad. A lot better than yesterday. Our plan is to do an offshore route from Sequim, Washington, all the way down to Central California. It's about a 7 to 8 day passage, so we need to top up with fuel, pick up provisions, and spend a little time with family before I left our home waters for good.
The wind's just going to blow us right off, so.
And of course, right as we were pulling away from the dock, we got about 20 knots of breeze right on our side. I almost left Brenda behind. We like snacks, especially when we're offshore. Quick and easy meals are a must. When the boat's bouncing around offshore, it can be pretty tough to cook a meal. So before we head out, we'll prepare some meals we can stick in the fridge and just grab and go. But mostly, we just like snacks. Ginger ale is great for seasickness. And Starbucks coffee is great on your 3 a.m. watch. But the funnest part about being a full-time cruiser is getting those groceries back to the boat. And last but not least, we've got a brand new Liferaft.
Oh, careful. We don't want to deflate already. Okay, you're actually or we hoist it from the spin, or I get it higher and we hoist it.
We can get it up here.
Okay.
Let's see if we can grab that or not.
Nice one. Only 3 more loads to go. just left Squim. It's about 5:30 in the morning. The sun is almost coming up, and it's pretty cold. But we're on our way. Had a few days with my mom in Squim. We picked up our brand new Liferaft. Thanks, Mom. And heading to Nia Bay for tonight. We're actually trying to get there before the sun goes down. So most likely we'll be motoring all the way there. So off we go. We're just motoring along. And here's Brenda. She's not very happy to be up at 5. Neither am I. 5 is way too early. From our anchorage to Nia Bay is about 80 nautical miles. We thought we'd stay in Nia Bay for the night and get one more good night's sleep before we head offshore for the good week it'll take us to get to Central California. Since we had no wind, it turned into a long day of motoring. And Brenda found the best spot on the boat to take a nap. After about 14 hours of motoring, we made it to Nia Bay. Nia Bay is the home to the Macaw tribe, a robust fishing fleet, and it's a great place to spend the night before heading offshore. Well, that's about it for this episode. Join us next time as we head offshore and start making our way south. Who needs welding when you can patch holes with duct tape?